Welcome everybody to another Owen and Dirt Pop Culture Radio Show. We have Owen Money.
Yay! Thank you, dear.
Then we also have the real Dirt McCoy.
Yes, ma'am.
We are also featuring
Fucked up
tonight.
my whole intro.
We also have featured tonight Bushy.
What
Beautiful
the fuck
Bushy.
is happening right now?
PCR Bush. And I am the beautiful Boston Brit,
Woo!
as always.
Man, she's way better at this than you are.
I know. This is so cute. Oh.
Yeah, I was just like, when that happened, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Swerved me hard.
Yeah, that's cute. Thank you very much there, Boston Brett. You did a wonderful job. This is not just Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio, but this is a special episode this evening. It's the Just Okay Hangover Party, because we're all pretty much hungover. I know I wasn't.
I
that
only
bad.
had 3 drinks.
Yeah, but they were strong drinks, my dear.
No, it was a single. Okay, I only did the single, so that meant like,
So you did the single 3 times.
yeah,
So you had a big triple drink.
no. It was all ice and soda on each one of them.
You know what? Somebody else in this room was drinking liquor drinks from the bar.
Yeah, but he was drinking doubles.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But only 3. So.
Only 3. So he had 6.
No, I had 3.
But he's also 3 times the size of you. So
Yeah.
But anyway,
And?
nothing. No, I'm not. Hey, the baby was a little tipsy this morning after drinking some of that boozy
That's
milk.
bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I stopped like 3 to 4 hours or 3 hours before she needed feeding.
Like a responsible mother would. Thank
Exactly.
You,
You're welcome.
But
I like the idea you have a timer just for that.
Well, you're supposed to wait 2 to 3 hours after your last drink.
we're talking about the Just Okay party that was happening last night, concert, whatever you want to call it. Just Okay 8, I think it was. And my co-host here, I feel like we're doing a show with a semi local celebrity here.
For sure.
He's part of the Sabby. What do you call Sabby Cats?
Sabby's Little Helpers.
Sabby's Little Helpers. Sabby Cat. What is Sabby Cats?
How do you not know the name?
He has so many fucking bands. It's just Dirt's Band is what I call all his bands.
Dirt's band's playing tonight.
That's exactly what I say.
Dirt's band's playing over here. We're gonna go.
But you are the right there next to the lead. Sabrina.
Yeah.
Who? Goddamn. I mean, I know she's a lesbian, all, but she's kind of hot. For a
Oh,
lesbian.
yeah.
She's pretty.
She's just a character in general, man. I mean, she funny.
That top she was wearing.
Not
top
willing.
notch.
She's not afraid of any sort of a challenge when it comes to she does stand up. She'd never been in a band before until Jeff and I approached her about doing this. 2015, 2016, I think is when we first started doing it.
She's an amazing front person.
Oh yeah.
I liked her hair.
Who'd you say? There was some.
She
actress.
reminds me of Kristen Stewart.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was wearing a top, and she kept talking about how she had industrial glue. I was wondering
Pasties.
how that top was staying perfectly. I'll be honest. I'm perfectly happy with you, love, and I don't care to look at any other women. I don't care about strip clubs. But if Sabrina was up there and something slipped and I saw a nip, I wouldn't not look. I'm sorry. And
I mean, no guy.
I wasn't gonna not look.
okay.
No guy is ever gonna not look when there's titties involved. That's just the way it is.
It's hardwired.
Something was hard, definitely. I'm just kidding.
Why you gotta be creepy?
This is where I go. She did at one point say she didn't have areolas, but I think that was a joke.
It was a joke. She said that it was a joke.
You think that's serious?
You thought that was a real thing?
I don't know.
I was born
She
without
had them
areolas.
snipped off and closed.
She's got a handicap placard because she has no areolas.
I don't know. I mean, she brought it
my
up. I
goodness.
figured I'd bring it up again because, I've heard of
She got prosthetics.
I wanted to meet her. I only met her once, and she was really trashed.
When was? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll tell you this. Every year at Just Okay, and Bushy can tell you this because this was like it last year. Anytime someone's like, "Oh, I want to meet Sabrina," I'm like, "Just Okay" is probably not the day that's going to happen because she's running around. She pretty much handles most of the duties for putting that show together. And so on the day of the show, it's like she was getting her makeup done while she was typing emails to vendors and stuff about the show. I mean, that's just one of those days. She has
to take the time to cut holes in 2 pepperonis, fake areolas.
Fake areolas.
But no, I met her. There was a night where we went to.
We went down for trivia.
Yes.
Chris's trivia, and he
And
wasn't doing
they
it.
didn't end up doing it because
Okay.
of the games. Like I think it was
Boss Man Liz, we ran into her too that night.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that
I
was
think
the
it was
night
her
they went to
birthday
the
or
concert. They went to
concert.
see Fletcher.
Yes.
Yes.
So they were all pretty much
Chevy
trashed
Chase?
at this point.
That's
Anyways.
Fletch.
Okay.
Fletcher is a lesbian pop icon.
But
Close enough.
anyways, they were all trashed. Like it was crazy. They probably don't even remember
I'm pretty.
seeing me there.
I'm pretty sure she has a crush on Sabrina now.
I think she's pretty. I don't have a crush on her, but I think she's pretty.
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing wrong with that. You want me to tell her?
Yeah,
What is going
I think
on?
you already did. You just said it on the air.
listen to her giggle. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This girl was so cute. I think Head Trauma Heather was there. She doesn't mind me talking about
No,
her.
no.
Both of you were out down there dancing, shaking it,
Yeah.
man. I loved
We were
it.
having fun.
I know.
I got so excited when I heard "Rollin'" from Limp Bizkit. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
Whoo! I did my whole little dance that I always do since I first heard that song. I was so excited. I was like, I have a dance to
I'm
this.
glad you're excited. I would question that you have a dance just for the song "Rolling" by Limp Bizkit, though. I mean, like that seems like a weird choice to write a choreographed dance tune.
When we're driving around and the Spotify's on, she has a little routine for all these songs.
Oh yeah.
And look at this thing. I mean,
What is going on right now?
Oh well, that's just what he does in the video.
Yeah, but I also go breathe in and breathe
She
out.
makes it-
Oh,
Hands
she
down,
makes
back
it her
up,
own.
back up.
She
Tell me what you're gonna do
she
now.
breathes
Keep
with-
rolling, rolling, rolling. What? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Come on. I have a whole thing. Trust me.
I was just happy they poured the concrete so the floor was flatter, so my back didn't hurt as bad today.
we were sticking to the floor. Let me tell you, at some point I was like having trouble when he came down and Heather had to go get another beer. He came down and he was holding me and my feet were literally like glued to the floor. Like I was having trouble lifting my shoes off the
'Cause
floor.
you're doing a dance routine with a drink in your hand.
I didn't have any drinks in my hand at that point.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else did.
no, it was really, really nice to see you two having fun. And I think, Dirt, I want to thank you, too, for hooking this up and getting us tickets and stuff. I would have paid for them, but I know you hooked us
Oh
up.
man,
So I
that show is always so much fucking fun.
It
And-
just felt cool to be on the list.
On the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just happy about that. I was like,
But
I haven't been on a list for a concert since I want to say it was right after 9/11 happened. And I went to Kiss 108 concert.
I don't know that I ever have. I have a feeling I was on some kind, but I think it was like for a construction conference or something. I don't think it was like
That's different.
Yeah, no, I don't think it wasn't cool.
There's
like a
probably nobody on
concert.
stilts at that thing. Well,
Right.
actually, construction conference there might have been.
Yeah, the drywall.
The guys who
stills.
do the drywall stilts. Yeah.
no, halfway through the whole thing, I mean, before your band was even up, Brittany was, enjoying the music, and she turned to me, and she's like, can we do this more often?
I was like, I want to come to this more often. It happens once a year. Okay, I get that. I want to come more often. It happens once a year. I literally was trying to tell him I
saying
want
you
to
wanna
go
go to
every
more
year
concerts. Oh,
and
okay.
go to
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
I would like
yeah.
to go to more concerts, yes,
Yeah.
but I want to go to ones like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Right.
want to go to maybe if you're at any other bands are
Right.
playing somewhere.
Yeah.
Or keep going to this each year.
Get to
I
work,
enjoy
start
it.
booking things.
You'd like the Crack Rock Opera.
Well, I was just
Yeah.
going to say, now that show's over, from now until May, I'm going to be rehearsing nonstop for Fringe Festival. 'Cause,
Awesome.
Feedback to the Future is going to be at Fringe this year. So we're doing
Ooh.
7 shows at Fringe.
Didn't you enjoy them at that? the
Yeah,
last
that,
one?
that's a lot of fun.
It's a fun concert.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed myself at the comedy show they did with Damon and Minnie.
Yep.
Okay, well, this is something totally different.
not a
It's gonna be
concert.
But
awesome.
no, I'm just saying,
I got something up my
getting.
sleeve for that, too.
I'm just saying, getting out and actually doing something with friends.
Yes, I
is
I get
enjoyable.
that, and
I was actually talking to Ross Pageant about it last night, but I'm going to be filming our first hour comedy special this year.
Nice.
So
No shit.
yeah, which means I'm gonna have to get everybody who fucking listens. And we're gonna have to get everybody in there because I can't film a comedy show in a half-filled fucking theater. Like we have to have a decent amount of people there.
Yeah, all 12 of our listeners will show up.
I'll bring my mom, but we'll have to plug her ears. Like I'll just have to tell her she's doing something else.
Oh my god. I mean, we could possibly. No, I was gonna say we could possibly bring my mother,
No,
but I
no,
could.
no,
I could invite Margot and her husband.
Sure, you do all that stuff, but I just that was a sweet little moment. You turned around and it was like, man, I love this. Can we do this more? And I want to make you happy, and sure, yeah, let's do that more often. It was very cute. And I appreciate you, Dirt, for setting it up. And
Oh, no problem.
you guys kicked ass. It
was fun, man.
The whole concert from the opening act, which they did some cover songs.
Young
right?
tapes.
Oh,
yeah.
I can tell you, me and Heather were going hard to that
Yeah, you
music.
were.
We were like
Oh yeah.
crazy people.
And then it was the stunt woman, right?
Um,
Pretty sure it was the stunt woman next.
was it?
Yeah, because
In
like I
between
said,
the
I went
nails.
outside on the first intermission.
I
and
thought
that's
it
when
was.
she-
It was either. Was it? I thought it was just Booms after them.
No,
No,
it was,
no,
it was
no,
the
no,
nails
no.
and then
Okay,
the
okay.
Shabooms.
And then after the Shabooms, by the way, boomed it.
Yeah.
amazing.
I heard everything fine, but I heard some people say some mics
Well,
weren't
me, I couldn't hear her. I don't know if like
well, you don't have ears.
I do have ears.
There were sound problems all night. I mean,
well, I didn't notice any, but
but we're gonna have Brenda. Miss Brenda is gonna be on the show. She'll be calling in about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
But I never have a problem. Her voice is so big that like I never have. But I understand that tonal, the way people hear, it's totally different, and that sound system for some reason. And I mean, she recovered well, but Al's mic wasn't working at all at one point, and so she just like dances over there and puts the microphone up, and both of them sing in the same microphone, which is cool. But like
Yeah.
by the time they fixed it, the song was over.
yeah.
So I don't know. And like I said, when we went on stage, all the monitors were set completely differently than we had them set when we did sound check. So I don't
Well,
know what the deal was.
I don't
I
know
couldn't
if-
hear my guitar at all, so I just had to just like play from memory and just hope that it sounded all right.
You kicked that. I don't know if I was too drunk, didn't notice it, but anyway, after the Shabooms killed it, then it was the News Junkie and C Lane.
Yeah, Sean and C-Lane.
This was a new thing they're trying, right?
I think it's just something they did for Just Okay this year.
Okay.
Their new band,
Ice
Ice Panda.
Panda.
Yeah.
What I thought was cool about that is they had crazy lyrics to their song.
Yeah.
And what is genius is they got AI, artificial intelligence, to do whatever picture they were freaking singing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And you could tell that you can always tell artificial intelligence by looking at the hands or feet or something.
Right.
It never gets those right. So, but I mean, that was pretty cool how you guys had the videos. It felt like a fucking real fucking concert.
Well, I
real
mean,
good.
everybody had a multimedia aspect. The Young Tapes had,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool stuff playing. You guys,
Yeah.
The Shabooms.
Yeah, they
you
had
know,
a title card that was up.
Yeah.
Now, is this the first Just Okay party where you guys have headlined, or have you
Yes.
always the headline?
No. There's always been a national headliner.
That's what I thought. So
there
what-
always has been. The reason there wasn't this year is because of fucking the whole Juvenile situation last year. So.
Okay,
Oh
what
my
was
god,
the
I can
Juvenile?
only imagine what Juvenile
Well,
did.
he just pushed their budget up so high because of how much he wanted, and like he was kind of negotiating up to like the last weeks or so in the show. Then he shows up like 20 minutes before he's supposed to go on, went straight into his dressing room. Him and his crew like drank all of the fucking comp alcohol that was in the room. He went on the stage, did 20 minutes or however long it was. It wasn't a very long set at all.
Yeah.
And then went right out the door into his vehicle and left. So it was just like
Oh.
they were just like it for what people are paying for tickets when we have a national headliner. It's like they want to have somebody who wants to actually be
Yeah,
part of the event.
exactly.
Especially in an
Like
intimate, small
Coolio.
event like that.
Coolio was fucking great. Like he did his set and then he hung out with us afterwards like all night. And I'm not saying that that's an obligation to do the show that you have to hang out
No,
with people.
but you should
it's
do
like,
the time
you
that
wanna
you're supposed to be.
You just expect that they're going to be at least a little bit gracious. Even Yin Yang Twins didn't really. You could tell they're not the type that likes to, shake hands and all that sort of stuff. But they were still cool.
Yeah.
But it was just like the whole Juvenile thing. I think it just put a bad taste in everybody's mouth with the way that all went down. So
Well, hey, I don't think you need a big act like that anymore. You guys fucking rock. I mean, Sabrina,
that's one of the things I thought was cool is that the station did put enough trust in us to say, hey, we don't need a headliner, let them do it. So yeah, it was cool.
Very cool.
I mean, I enjoyed your set. I enjoyed the originals. I enjoyed the covers. I mean, I enjoyed it all.
Yeah.
I just think it's awesome when I'm filming it, having you and Fritz in frame at the same time, both playing. The fact that it's you and your brother, play headlining this event. To me, that's just cool as shit.
I wanted a stick and I didn't get one.
Oh,
I'm very upset.
I could have got it, but I would have knocked into somebody. Like, it was coming right for me, and if I would have just stepped forward, I would have, belly bumped somebody, and I would have got it. But I was like, I won't do that. I was like, if I ask for a drumstick,
then I wanted a flower. I didn't get a
Next
flower.
time you're doing work on his house, just ask him for a drumstick.
Hey, can you throw a drumstick at me? Like, let's go in the backyard. You throw it. I'll catch it. So I feel like,
There was flowers there too, right?
I attempted to get a pick, and that bounced off Heather's leg and went somewhere. And
yeah, she was
Owen said,
disappointed
"You
she
don't
didn't
need
get
a pick. You don't need a."
I said we can ask him tomorrow for one.
Yeah, I have lots of them.
No picks came close to me.
Well, like I said, it bounced off of Heather's knee and went somewhere, and nobody knew where it went.
That's such a
woman
weird thing to me. It's like every year when we finish the show, people start asking for picks and stuff, and I'm like, I literally bought a bag of 36 of these for $7. Like they're not. I don't use like custom picks that have the band logo on them or anything like that. It's literally just a purple Dunlop Tortex pick, and people just want them.
It's
so I'm like,
yeah,
all right,
but
it's a souvenir. I guess
It's a
I don't know.
souvenir
memory from
and a
that night.
memory
Yeah.
that says like, "Hey, this guy that I know who's like wicked famous now, or he does this and does that. I got this pic from him when I watched him at the Just Okay 8 concert, and like, oh my fucking god, he was the best one on stage."
I like the idea some weirdo gets it. They're just like sitting in the bathroom licking it. I taste you dirt.
Weird ass.
Nachos.
Listen, I will tell you this: the thing about that radio station, and we've talked about it before, WTKS Real Radio. As long as we've been a part of that station, which is 26 years now, their crowd is just the best.
Yep.
Like they're following the people who support that station. Like every single year when we do that show, it's like they all want to just come up and take a picture and talk to you, and they haven't seen you since however long it's been. I see them more often than that because they'll come out to Fritz's trivia, they'll come out to events they hear us talk about, but they're just like super supportive, man. They come out, they spend a shit ton of money, they support everybody on the bill, and it's always a good time, man. You can't go wrong with anything that station puts on.
Yeah, and what's really cool is kind of piggybacking on what Bushy over there said. With you and your brother, you guys went from just having a garage band, basically, listening to the station.
Yeah.
And now you both are tangled and really involved in the station.
Right.
You're writing this station's history.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's humbling, but I mean, it is. It's
The way we talk about Miss Monster is the way people are going to be talking about your concert that you just put on.
right. Yeah.
You
I mean,
never
this
thought
is
about
Jim
that?
Phillips'
He's
desk
right,
that I'm
yeah.
sitting at right now. This is Jim Phillips' fucking desk. Like, it's crazy, man. It's like it's weird because you got to think about that's like a quarter century of that we've been doing stuff with the station and like all the history that's gone through there, and like fucking Bubba Wilson was sitting in that fucking chair just a few months before he died. Like, it's crazy, man. But that, and all of the people who come to these shows, you've got people who've been listening for 30 years, and you've got people who started listening when they moved down here for a job last month.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool, the whole diverse group of people you get. And I don't know any other station who has a following that as diverse as middle-aged Indian realtor like Momanji to like, 19-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And it's like all across the board, So it's just like a really Momanji the realtor, I'm sure at some point it'll get back to him that I mentioned his name on the show, so I just want to make sure that he knows it's all good. It's in good.
Really
We're
well
speaking
dressed.
well of you, yeah.
Yeah.
You got super well dressed. What he told everybody at the after party that I guess his watch was $60,000.
Jesus.
I'm like, well, who the fuck spends $60,000 on a watch? That's like
Someone that can.
6 cars.
Maybe it was Canadian dollars.
One really good
Still
car.
a lot. But no, during your set, you went backstage for a little while, and I guess they did a serious kind of song. Your
It's not
brother
Yes.
and Sabrina, and I absolutely
It was a
fucking loved
ballad.
it. A ballad. Okay, all right.
They basically turned the Barbie song by Aqua into a Tori Amos song.
Yes,
Yeah.
I loved
I
it.
thought it was fucking great.
They did.
Everybody was singing "It's Fantastic" before she actually got to that part. Like,
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know the timing.
Well, no, but I mean,
One from us.
after a couple of times of hearing it, you'd figure out the timing, and they were still saying it.
We're so drunk at that point, or buzzed, I should say.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Oh man.
But no, that was excellent, and I can't wait. There's other songs that I think we should hear. Maybe Bushy should like rap.
I like the fact the Young Tapes did the adaptation of the White Chicks song.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
It's was it
The Wayans Brothers movie.
yeah? What's
White
the
Chick-
what's the name of it's God. I can't Vanessa Carlton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vanessa Carlton.
Making a way
Making
to
a
around
way.
Downtown.
Or am I getting it wrong?
No, you were right. You were
you're
more
right.
right than I.
I hope I'm getting it wrong.
No,
But they
you're
even
spot
had
on.
they even had Terry Hogan from the movie mouthing
Crews.
it.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Oh damn it! I always get one wrong.
I called him
Terry Hogan.
Terrell Tyrese on the way out. Like I was like, it starts with a tie. I can't remember what he's got the pecs that moves. Baby back, bitch. Baby back, bitch. Like, those are the things I remember him for. And
My favorite one was the one where his muscles made all the drum.
Yeah, that was an Old Spice commercial.
Yeah, he played the drums with all his muscles.
and he does the blended movie.
Blended.
Yeah, and
That-
he's in there and he's like, we blending.
Yeah.
Like trying to be Jamaican and shit. Like oh
that
my
movie
god.
was really funny. That was good.
That guy's great. Also, everyone's forgetting his best role ever was as the president in Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
No.
The pimp that was the
What?
president.
No, I gotta.
Welcome to the House of Representing, and he shoots the fucking machine gun off in Congress.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Wasn't he a pimp and a professional wrestler?
Yes.
Yeah.
A pimp and a professional wrestler that was the president.
You guys haven't seen Idiocracy?
I haven't.
Oh God.
I haven't.
Well, it's pretty much a documentary now.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It'll creep you out in the first 10 minutes easy. You'll be
No.
like, oh shit, they knew what was gonna
I'll
happen.
have something to talk about in the second segment that creeped me the fuck out.
If we
Today.
If we stay
Today.
for a second segment.
Creep.
It's a movie, and it creeped me the fuck out. Well, it creeped both of us out because we're sitting there watching it with his grandmother.
Oh, okay. You can go ahead and.
Oh, was it pornography?
Well, okay, so
Who's the chick in that? She's cute.
it's Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Yeah.
Oh,
Poor
did you-
Things.
Poor Things. Okay.
We started
I haven't
it.
seen it yet, but I want to.
But I'll tell you,
We
it's
were
not something that you watch with children around or
your
with a
grandmother.
parental
A parent.
unit in the room.
You keep your
because
parent away from me.
It's
I'm
they
here to
say
collect
that
the
she
parent.
has a head issue, brain damage in some
Yeah,
way.
they said she's basically the
She killed herself.
mental capacity of a elementary school
don't
age
don't
or something.
explain.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay,
she
yeah.
does. Technically, the first
Yeah.
scene is
I would
her
like to
committing
spoil
suicide.
something.
Okay.
Don't spoil anything.
Yeah, please
But-
don't spoil that. I want to see it.
But so
never
they
get to
do
spoil
something in the film, and the point that she's at, they're trying to watch how she progresses and does stuff, like her speech and how she
Okay.
walks and stuff. But she, when you were a kid and you discover things,
right.
yeah, right there while she's eating, she was discovering
She grabs something.
how to.
Oh
and she
God.
shoved it down
Oh,
there. And then you see her kind of go, huh? And then she stuck one leg up on the
Okay.
table or something, and the other
So
leg.
that's why I said don't watch it with a parental unit
Right.
or kids in the room.
That's what I thought that sword swallower was going to do last night when she brought the cucumber out. It's like, I have
Oh
no
my
idea
God.
what this is about. I was walking through the backstage door, around the barricade, and there's a security guy standing next to her. When she said something about the cucumber, and she's like, bet you're wondering what I'm going to do with this cucumber. And I stopped, and I turn to the guy and go, yeah, what the fuck is she going to do with that cucumber? And the guy goes, I'm watching.
I like the idea of throwing it up in the air and just catching it in her mouth like a lawn dart.
We definitely. I know you have strings and stuff, but she's definitely somebody we need to keep in the contact, just in case we ever do anything. Because in the past, when I've done these, weird Florida events and stuff,
Yeah.
it's always good to have a freak show person like that.
Oh yeah, I've got a handful of them that I stayed in contact with over the years
right.
through the show. I keep saying I want them to bring back because Shorty Dangerously. He looks like a Lemmy, but he
Okay.
was born without anything below the navel. and he walks with he wears DeWalt work gloves because those are his feet basically.
Yes.
So he walks on his hands. And when I first met him, I'd walked backstage, and it looked like there was just a dude poking up out of a manhole cover because he's just on the ground with his arms folded, just sitting on the ground.
He lives around here?
I almost tripped over him. Yeah, he's from the whole. I guess Gibsonton is the area where all the
Gibtown, yep.
Yeah, that's where he's basically lives. So.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, let's get him.
He climbed a bar stool, then did a backflip off the bar stool into a pile of broken glass.
We'll send him an Uber. We should be half price. Right?
It'll be cheaper than the Uber brought Bubba over here.
Nobody got that.
Oh my god,
Half price.
that's
No,
horrible. I got it, and it's horrible.
I know because we're on the same level. Thank you.
So, do we want to talk about the fight that I almost got in?
Oh yes.
Okay,
Stop.
so
Wait.
hold on.
No.
Me and Bushy.
Me and Bushy.
You didn't-
Bushy had nothing.
hold on,
I didn't
hold
even
on.
know about. By the way, I didn't know about any of this.
Wait, no.
So what do you mean, me
Let
and
me
Bushy?
explain something. Me and Bushy both have back problems. Okay.
Okay, that's
So,
as far as I'm involved in
Walking
this.
walking on concrete or standing for long hours
Yeah.
is not going to be good for either one of us.
Right. Okay.
So me,
So Bushy was hurting, and I got in a fight.
why don't you shut up? Take his mic. Take his mic.
Oh no!
So anyways, I decided to try to find somewhere to lean on a railing.
She didn't really almost get in a fight. But
Anyways, I
Do you
decided
think she
to
did?
find somewhere to lean on a railing.
Yeah.
And I found one.
Yeah.
And a guy's holding a sweater on one side and this other guy's just standing there, and I was like, all right, well, I can lean there. The shabooms were coming on.
Okay.
So one girl comes back and already bumps me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
and
how
then
dare she.
shabooms are playing, and she's like every so often bumping into me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
People are
She was
dancing.
wanting to rub
up
Yeah.
on
Exactly.
And then the next girl comes back,
Yeah.
and she bumps into me.
Yeah.
And now I have both of them on either side kind of bumping into me.
Yeah.
And I'm like
I
trying
mean,
to
these
just
people
find
should be
a
locked up. How fucking dare they?
I'm just trying to find a comfortable position to keep like switching my legs because
Yeah.
that way I get like relief.
Yeah.
And also relieve my elbows from leaning there. And trying to listen to the band and enjoy them at the same time. Then all of a sudden I feel him come up from behind me and he pulls me back and he's like, I thought that was going to be a bad situation. And the chick on the left,
how dare
fucking,
I look?
please. The chick on the left, right, turns around, looks directly at me, and then starts whispering in the guy's ear that she was with. And my God, her face looked like she's been ridden so fucking much that it's not even funny.
All right. None of this.
Yeah, no.
Be nice.
By the way,
Both of them were not
personally, I
good
think
looking.
I kind of barely knew all this was going on. I know when it was going on. I didn't get any of that.
All right.
I
But
manufactured
anyways,
all this in your
so
own
so then Owen decides I'm gonna come stand over here, and Heather comes back,
Okay,
and I
okay,
tell
let's
her
stop,
what.
stop it right there. Stop it. We'll pick up there, but let me tell you my side of what went on leading up to this. so that bench area or that leaning area, what is it, a bar?
Yeah.
I saw the two ladies leave. They left. They were standing there with their men's. And then Brittany's like, all right, there's a spot. I'm going to go lead. I'm like, that's cool. I noticed when the two, or at least one of them got back, there's just kind of like, is this woman trying to... I read body language, and she was like, is this girl a little too close to my man? So she shoved herself real in there and got real close to Brittany. And I'm like, and that's what I think I tugged on you, Bushy, and I was like, dude, this is gonna get ugly. I should go do something. and Bushy, I don't know if you know what I was talking about, but I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I'm so oblivious to any of this shit.
I-
Like
I
I have no animosity. Like there could have been 50 people bump into me last night, and
Me too.
it
I
would
could
have
care
meant
less.
absolutely nothing to me.
I could care less, but about
I would have
that-
been like, oh man, I must have been in the way a lot.
Then the second girl came back, and this is women. You know, this isn't necessarily men, but she kind of gave them both a look, like, oh my God, I'm crowded in on my mans. And I was like, oh shit, this is not going to go good because I know how this woman
Mind you,
gets.
the guy had at least 6 inches on the other side to get to the
I'm
railing.
glad you were
Measure it.
talking
So
about
he
that.
could have fucking moved over 6 inches, and she would have been moved over 6 inches, and there still would have been a fucking space there.
Well, for this girl to fight over him, he had to have more than 6 inches.
See, now here's the problem. With
he had
you,
9 beers in front of him
Here's
as
the
well.
problem with you.
Okay, that's-
here's the problem with you wanting to go to more concerts now is if you
Thank
if,
you.
if this
I was saying that.
you need to take it down a notch. Like so far, I've been out with you guys like 3 times, and 2 times have almost been fights. You know?
First off,
Maybe
there
it's
was
not everybody
enough
else.
room that they could have easily, because they didn't come together. It's not like the two
I'll
couples
give you
came
that.
together.
They
could have easily scooched over a little
But-
and seen I'm leaning. Like, I'm not dancing. I just want to fucking lean.
Yeah.
Or ask me like, hey, can you move over? No, I can't because I'm in pain. I want to fucking lean. There's no fucking chairs. Get the fuck over it. I don't want your man. I got my man. He's back there. We're getting married. Thank you very much.
He's the one making
Instead-
fun of me right now. If you didn't get to see him.
Exactly.
Sounds like a sitcom.
But I'm just saying, like, you do realize I knew where the sweater was, so that marked one side.
Oh my
so
god,
I
never
knew
marked,
I
never
could-
marked in territories.
So I knew where the fuck I couldn't touch on that side. So I was like, okay.
The
but
last time
still-
I drew a line in a room, I was 5.
But still, the thing is that you could have easily like
They
got in
could've,
front
honey.
of your man and then shoved your like junk, like your ass into his junk to mark your territory. If
But
you're
what-
that
what?
upset about me being
is
near
going
your
on?
fucking man.
Was
I
this
mean-
an episode of National Geographic?
No.
Notice as the woman shoves her ass into the man's junk to mark her territory. Is she a fucking lioness or something?
When the I knew there was going to be trouble when the lady
A
left.
scent sponge with pheromones and shit.
No, but so
Hold on, hold
Owen
on.
decides to
Was there
go
a
stand.
gazelle involved? Like,
No, hold on, honey. I knew there was an issue when the lady left and the guy would like 9 beers in.
He literally
kind of
moves.
does the spread the legs and the
Oh, she did the same thing when he left.
So I was like, honey, I see the situation happening, and I know she just wants to lean, but these 2 chicks came back for their men, and nobody's moving and budging, and I'm like, this is gonna get ugly, and I don't want to fight because I hate fighting. It's stupid, and I'll fight for you even if you're wrong.
well, that's the one thing
I wasn't wrong.
Okay. Well, I've never seen a fight at that event ever. So
Well, this is Boston we're talking about. She's never
But
been
anyways,
at
so
That's what I'm
Owen
saying.
goes
You
and
might-
stands
have you
up
thought
there.
about taking it down
like,
a notch?
he
I mean,
goes
just
and, he
consider
goes
it.
and stands where I was originally because
Wait,
the two
wait.
women have
We
left
we
again.
jumped ahead a little bit. I was a little buzzed, but I saw what's coming. So me, protective man, come in there, swoop, put my arms around her. And I said, baby, come back here. You can lean on me. And she's like, she almost like ready
Well,
to
no,
fight. She's like,
when
no,
he-
that was my spot. Don't take me away.
No. Let me explain. When he comes and grabs me, he holds me like this, so it arches my back and hurts it even more.
Oh.
Then he started like swaying while I was trying to get my feet like so I could
That was
relieve
called
some
dragging
pain.
you away.
No, we were standing in one spot at that time, motherfucker. Why don't you keep drinking?
I will.
So he was still swaying to like the
Permission accepted.
music. And I was trying to get my feet right, but I couldn't because he was swaying. So I was like, just stop moving for crying out loud. So I could get my position right. My legs were hurting me. So
it's like Owen comes over, puts her in the rebel torture rack, and then
So-
then he decides, I'm going to go stand up
But
there.
hold on. After I drag her away, get to her safe spot over by Bushy because he's a big man and
I was nowhere near the railing. So
exactly.
by the way, there was like 400 foot of railing there, so I don't know why any of this was an issue.
No, there's steps in between.
The 2 ladies, I guess they felt that the threat was gone, so they both had to go to the bathroom or something. So
No,
they
one
left.
went to go smoke and get a drink after she
I
smoked,
wasn't paying
and the
that
other
much
one.
attention. I just knew that there was a space there all of a sudden in between the 2 guys, and both guys were kind of spread out. So I go, honey, this will make you feel better. So I wanted to go do something to be funny. So I went right between the guys and kind of spread myself out, started drinking and bopping to the music.
But I got to talk
you're
to
both-
Heather
you're-
during that time.
You're both fucking troublemakers. There's no reason to do that.
I talked to Heather during that time about what just fucking happened, and she's like, "Oh, really?" So we go up right behind him.
Yeah, okay, but here,
in that space.
I went and bopped for like a second or two, and then left.
It's so
and then when he left, me and Heather went up and started bopping to the music. And
Oh, man.
one
I
that
didn't know they were going to
the
escalate.
ugly chick with glasses decided to go in front of
the
Heather.
pretty chick with glasses.
No, she was ugly as well.
I'm just being.
She
nice.
had ugly boots on as well.
Stop! Why are you being like that? Dude?
Women
Like,
are
just so
she-
you know, like that actually, like I don't like that. like, there's no reason to call people ugly. So
She was. It's
No.
not like I'm lying about it.
seriously,
everybody's beautiful somewhere. Everybody's beautiful inside.
But she got in
Anyway.
front of Heather, and Heather was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
I know. Anyway, I did.
All
My
right.
whole point of that was I saw something happen and wanted to de-escalate it, have a little fun, and move on to the dirt side. But then you and Head Trauma decided to say, "Hey, we're going to go right up there and dance between the two guys."
They just there's like it's like a kid. You're like whenever you tell them they can't have something, you're like, well then that's the only thing I want.
Exactly. These are like children.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway.
as much as I loved hearing that Harper Lee novel come to life, we do have Brenda Radney, Miss Bren from the Shabooms on the line.
Woo!
Shaboom.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Sexy.
Hey, so how are you good from last night, or are you recovering today?
I actually had more energy than I expected, and I did like 7 shots. I don't know where all that energy came from,
Did you
but I'm
sleep
fine.
really hard?
Well, I went to bed at 3 and I had to be up around 7 with my kids. So no. I'm just
Understandable.
running on fumes, I guess.
She's just tough.
Oh man,
Dude,
that was such a great set last night, though. I mean,
Hell
I
yeah.
was
Thank-
telling these guys about you guys the week before, and I
Right.
was like, listen to the music, but when you see the show, like it takes everything recorded and just blows it out of the water. You guys,
It's really hard to have it translate on a record. You know what I mean? Because it is pure energy on stage. And it's like, I feel like depending upon who we're working with, like who's producing the record, it's a different vibe. I don't think we've captured the live sound yet.
Yeah.
But when the EP comes out, I think it's probably the closest to what we've been wanting it to sound like. So, so stay tuned. We're getting there.
oh, you got a new one coming out?
Yeah, we're I originally thought it was going to be like within the next few months. It's looking like it's going to be a little bit longer than that. But yeah, we're putting out an EP, so a few of the songs that we played last night are going to be on that EP.
Okay, so it must have been the ones I didn't recognize. Before.
EP.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be
yeah.
a masterpiece, right?
I would like to think so.
That's why it takes a little bit longer to master it.
No
you know?
pressure. No pressure. Well, the crazy thing is that we've been working on this for 2 fucking years.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I got pregnant and COVID and life.
yeah,
and all
life
that shit
happens.
happened, you know?
Yeah.
I could definitely see it being hard to translate to an album because you guys live are so good.
Oh, yeah.
It
Oh,
was
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. And we work hard. I was joking last night. I didn't realize I've been in this band 9 years. It feels
Wow.
like yesterday.
That's
So
so,
we've been
crazy.
Grinding hard, you know, and it's like, I mean, obviously it shows, and I'm glad that people appreciate all the work and blood, sweat, and tears we put into it. But really, at the end of the day, it's for you guys. It's all about you guys. You know, it's about the response and how that makes us feel.
Oh, yeah.
And if other people are touched by it and it, you know, they vibe with it, that's all it's about.
So I showed my mom the Shabooms today.
No, you didn't.
It is the very first thing I have ever showed her that I've been introduced to through the show or anything that we've done or been associated. She was like, "I really like that."
That's
so
awesome.
Every time I've ever shown her anything that we do or you
Yeah.
know, my rap song, she's like, "That's terrible."
Her own son recorded a rap song and she shit on it, but he played your song and she loves it.
Yep.
Oh my
Loves the
God.
Shabooms.
Well, you know, I think it's sort of because it's like a throwback kind of sound, so it's like accessible. I think
Yeah.
for older people.
Well, and it's good.
But then if you
so
really
that-
listen, well, thanks. If you really listen to the lyrics, we're not really.
Oh no, it's
You
funny because
know?
when you guys did Leon the Hustler last night,
Yeah.
I turned to one of my friends and I was like, that line where you go between alcohol and crack cocaine.
Yeah.
I know it was the '80s. Yeah, that line
Yeah.
always. I was like, anytime I play that song for somebody, as soon as you hit that monologue in the beginning, everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be a ride."
it just got real.
So it's so funny, the story behind that. So Al's, I guess his biological dad had some issues, and I'm adopted. I didn't really know the story with my real mom and my biological dad until about a couple of years ago. But we had wrote that beginning to kind of like play off the idea that our parents were shitheads.
Yeah.
You know, like they couldn't take care of their children and they did terrible things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why they're not in our lives. And then, fast forward to 2 years ago where I do a DNA test and I find out who my real dad is, and I find him and I find out that he's still a piece of shit. And it's like, oh, okay. So, and the funny thing is he listened to Leon and made a joke about, I guess you're going to find out if I'm really him or not. And I was like, really, motherfucker?
Hey, I can tell you I'm adopted as well. And I found out that my father was deported for having too many children in this country.
What?
Yep, he was deported back to Mexico.
See, I question that story.
Well, he wasn't paying child support for any of them.
Right.
So legally he wasn't here. Like, he wasn't here legally. He didn't have a green card, anything. So
but I don't think it said on
back.
paper anywhere you had too many kids for sending you back.
He owed too much money, okay?
Funny story, the entire population of Albuquerque, her dad.
Chihuahua, Mexico is all her dad. Return to country of origin, please.
Oh, man.
The stamp right on.
Oh man! So, Bren, did you catch any of the crazy shit last night? Like the people.
Which one? Which crazy shit?
The lady, the sword swallower.
Oh my! Oh yeah. I saw the sword swallower. I thought you were talking about the drama.
Oh, I didn't see any drama. Did you see some?
Okay. I know a little tea. I'm not going to spill it.
Okay,
though.
that's fine. Yeah, we don't need to spill that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, that's what I thought you were referring to.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
If it was something going on back in the back, no, I wouldn't have brought that up. But
okay.
yeah, but it's funny that I was wearing a kilt last night, and then the lady who was on stilts, she had a skirt on, and her skirt came down to like eye level for me, and I'm like, it made me feel better because I'm like, if anyone's getting looked. Someone's looking up their skirt tonight. It's not gonna be me. Like I'm 5.5 feet tall.
Got pretty close.
She had like booby shorts on. I ended up having to help her because I guess she fell or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then like I was helping her in the back, like put her stuff back on, and she was talking to me. And anyway, long story short, I was just like, "Oh, you're wearing shorts. That's a good thing."
I was going to say, you said help everything back on. Did she like fall down and all her clothes fell off? I didn't know that was a thing.
So
I missed the fall itself. I had to deal with the aftermath of it, and that's sort of segueing into what I didn't want to talk about. But
just blew all her clothes right off.
It was much like a Humpty Dumpty story.
Yes.
Except for instead of all the king's men, it was just Miss Bren.
Grabbing a tiara.
She definitely flagged me down and was like, I need help. I'm like,
It's like, you look like a helpful type.
Yeah. I'm like the last person you want to help you get on the scope. I literally like ran into the other room and I'm like, I think I need a man. Or maybe 2 men.
Who knows
I can't
stilts?
do this. Yeah, I can't do that.
Anybody here ever done drywall?
Is there a carpenter in the house? There was 2 stilt walkers, right?
Yeah.
There was the demon guy and the chick that was kind of hot.
The creepy guy, what was so funny about him is he would lean down and talk to you in your ear. But he would only tell you his Instagram handle. That's all he would say. And it was like dark stilter or something like that.
Yeah, you go there. There's just a black square and it plays and it says, "You're next. You're next. You're next."
Oh no. That would be creepy.
Marketing.
But what was really funny is when he would lean down and tell you that, the voice doesn't match what you're looking at.
I wouldn't think it would.
It was like Ned Flanders in there.
I kissed him and his lips were really dry. You gotta use some chapstick or something.
It's pretty hot down in hell, wherever he's from.
Oh,
He sticks his tongue right through the mask.
He did that.
Oh my God.
But I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah,
He didn't fall down.
Well, apparently he didn't fall off his stilts, so.
Yeah.
that we know of.
Well, true.
Yeah. Hey,
Right.
you mentioned you had a couple kids. How old are they?
Oh, I have one.
Oh, you did one?
Yeah, he just turned 2, and he's going through his magical terrible twos phase.
You just wait till he gets to 3. It's a lot worse.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I saw some
No.
meme today on Facebook that said, like, don't worry, your 3-year-old is not a terrorist and he won't stay like this or something like that. So,
Man.
yeah.
So just to catch you, Owen and Brittany have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old
3-year-old.
and a 5-month-old.
Yes.
He's about to be 4, so I think we're coming down to the ending of the
We're in the Y stage.
I don't know, judging by the fight story.
And
Lord.
and then when I tell him that I'm gonna like turn off his TV or take his tablet, he's like, "Mama, you're under arrest. You're under arrest." And I'm like, I don't understand this.
That is so endearing. And
It's
so
cute.
I'll have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the authority to do that.
Also, be careful of him watching Bluey because he might ask you if you have butt worms. That was a question we got the other day.
So I think the show that he's watched since literally the beginning is Bluey. So what he does now, he knows because he's learning how to talk. So his words are still a little jumbly, but he actually acts out the scenes as they are. So So he started saying, "Oh, I know," and I'm looking at Nick, and I'm like, "Where the hell did he get that from?" Because he didn't get it from me. And we're watching Bluey one day, and it's when Bluey goes, "Oh, I know," and he says it right along with her. So I think we're too far gone. We're too far gone.
That's great.
Well, we don't totally know there was an episode with butt worms. Just one day he comes up to us like the other day and he's like, "Do I have butt worms or something like this?" And we're like, "What are you talking about?"
Odd subject for a child show.
wait.
But the way he said it with an English accent. So we're
Fun.
Father, do I have butt worms?
yeah, you don't understand. Bluey.
They're
speak
Australian. Yeah.
Okay, it was an Australian accent that he was trying to do.
Well,
Hey, Father, I got butt worms.
Yes, that's kind of like what it was.
well, I mean, the more important question would be: has he been dragging his asshole across the carpet?
No.
I've been watching.
Because I had a dog once that did that, and he had butt worms.
Yes.
But
man.
he's also at the stage of like his hand talks every so often, and that hand is named Sean. So he has it.
He has
the
Sean.
yes, he
haven't
has
seen this
Sean.
I love it.
I've seen it a couple of times. He comes up with different names every so often. And he's like, Fred doesn't like that, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad Fred doesn't like that. Cool.
It's all fun and games till you guys figure out you got a motherfucker living in your attic. And Jackson's the only one he'll talk to. That's what you're gonna find out.
He hasn't done any of this kind of crazy stuff with me yet, so I can't wait.
But you don't completely understand what he's saying half the time.
Yeah, that's true, and I don't. I don't care. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. All right.
Man. So yeah, we were discussing earlier today about doing the show because we talked about it before Just Okay. And like, yeah, we'll do the show on Sunday afterwards. And then the text group was like, "Well, I'm okay if you're okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it's the actual St. Patty's Day today, so I'm like, I got some Guinness. We'll just do the show and figure out where everybody else is at."
Hell yeah.
I know I didn't leave. I went to the after party at Burton's with the Discord group, and I didn't leave there until it closed. So we closed that place down. And, like, I haven't been out till, like, bar closing time, except for, like, on tour or stuff like that, in a really long time. So that was, like, definitely waking up this morning, and I was like, oh, man.
I really appreciated the concert last night, and like everybody stuck to kind of like their time frame, and they didn't like drag this. I'm sorry.
Well, so the funny thing is we were trying to this is actually the second time that we played the Plaza in like a couple of weeks. So we went over our time the first time. We had some technical difficulties, and I was just like, all right, we can't do that again. Cool. But then Sabrina's like, oh, you guys can play like a 30, maybe a 40, maybe a 42. I was like, wait, hold on. Yeah. I was like, what's it going to be? And so we were like, 30 minutes was perfect. So
no, yeah, your set flew by. It was, to me anyway. It was like you just started.
Right.
But my old manness wanted to get home with the kids and shit and just go to sleep.
His bedtime is 8 o'clock.
So after Young Tape's very first song, Owen looks at me and he goes, "So is that it for the first band?"
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "No, you can't leave yet."
I was kidding. I know they sang like
you were 100% not.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Owen was raised by his grandparents, so he's 85 in dog years already. So
we would have dinner.
He
at
goes
4:30.
to bed at 5. Exactly.
Yes,
If I could.
every time we have a podcast event, he's like, "Oh, this is gonna be tough. It doesn't start till 7." And I'm like,
It's true.
So my trumpet player's dad actually came to sound check because 9 o'clock was too late for him. And he's never seen us before, so he just came, saw us do that one song for sound check, and was like, "You guys are great," and left.
I want to take naps with that dude. Afternoon naps.
Yeah, but I can tell
He
you,
was like, "Oh man, it was great."
Owen didn't get a nap.
He had so much fun. Oh no,
Owen did not get a nap yesterday whatsoever. Every time, like,
Yeah.
I even ran to the store to get diapers and whatnot, like, hoping that he could, like, lay down. No, his grandmother was like, asking him about this, talking about the baby. She likes that being on the floor, huh?
Oh man.
Not my grandmother, the baby, but anyway. Well, anyway, all right. When's the next Shaboom concert? If anybody's out there listening, want to catch the next one, like me, I actually kind of want. My girl here says she wants to go out more often, thanks to how great things were last night.
So there's some mumblings of us playing Judsons live, I believe in May. But we are. I mean, I think we're playing Rock Pit Brewing 420.
Oh wow.
Like a Soto thing. It's not confirmed yet.
Orlando.
Yeah. So that's not confirmed yet, but I think that's what we're going to be at.
That'd be fucking great.
But worst case scenario, just follow the Facebook page because I don't book the band like Al, and we have people for that and stuff. So I never know what's going on. They just tell me where to be and I show up.
Hey,
what time, what to dress like.
The last show before this one, didn't you guys open for Here Comes the Mummies, right?
Yes, at the Plaza.
Oh yeah, that's great. That show would have been one to see. And are you guys still doing stuff with the B-52s?
So no, because I think they pretty much retired.
Okay. Yeah.
That was 2017. It was such a great year.
Oh yeah. That was when you guys first got picked up for all the national stuff, right?
Yeah, we did the Tiny Desk thing, and I mean, at this point, I was only in the band 2 years, maybe, like fully officially, and we had put out the EP, and we had done a couple of music videos. So, it's like then COVID happened, and we literally just put out our record, toured, and then shut down and all that shit. So it was like we had to kind of start all over again.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of people don't realize that it's like once you're not in everybody's faces, it's like, okay, on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So we're working on that now. We had these videographers last night to get some content for us because we're just, we're old. We don't know how to TikTok. We don't know how to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta hire someone to do it.
You don't look that old. You're not as old as us.
I mean,
she's not as old as us.
I'll be 40 in July, but I just don't have the patience for the social media. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Anybody who can't TikTok should be proud of it.
Yeah, exactly. We need
I
t-shirts.
probably can if I sit down with it, and it's probably easy as shit. I just don't have the patience to sit there and painstakingly edit and on my phone. Get out of here. Absolutely not.
I might not be able to TikTok, but I can tell time on a damn clock that TikToks.
There you go.
They can.
Exactly.
Again, old man shit.
You just fucking say that. What the fuck?
Go on Facebook. It's the Shabooms, sh-booms. There's
and Instagram too.
There's the Shabooms ice cream. That's nothing to do with you, huh?
So, it's so funny. Kevin said yesterday, it's in Davenport, and we've never been. So
in
we were
Central
literally
Florida,
we literally talked about just going there one day, rolling up and doing like a quick little photo shoot for fun.
Exactly.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right. Yeah.
But it was crazy. I never knew that Al named the band after Shabooms from East Down and Bound until like a couple of months ago.
Oh, really?
That was
I had no idea.
going to lead into my question. Where did you get the name from? So it's East Down and Bound.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. That's such a great show.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Man, and then what's funny is when that show was on, that was when Al was still in Mumsy.
Right.
And I remember watching that show at Chris Ray's house, and that's when I became obsessed with it. So it makes sense. It all maths out there.
It all makes sense.
Hey,
I never asked him.
And it makes sense. We're a pop culture a show, and they're a pop culture reference. They're right there in their name, the band name. Anyway, it's fucking awesome. Hey, you did a great job last night. I can't wait to see y'all again.
Yeah, definitely come through.
I am following you on Facebook now. I did that while we were talking. So
Aw.
I don't know what that means because I don't check my Facebook all that often. But you know,
I mean, we post up
Bullshit.
sometimes.
Every now and again.
that my girl here, I'll get her to follow you as well, and she keeps me
Okay.
up to date with everything. So
I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd love to see you guys at the next show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I had so much fun.
Awesome. And thanks for having me. This is fun.
Not a problem. Oh yeah, you. Anytime you have some free time, or maybe the kid's just giving you a hard time, and you just want to get out of the house, just hit me up. Maybe you can come and sit in the studio sometime.
Oh, hell,
That would be cool.
all about that. I need more me time.
Yeah, I hear you.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we will definitely stay in touch and be there for that next show. So
Thank you so much for having
no
me.
problem. All right. You have a good night.
Bye.
Later.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
that was awesome. Thanks for setting that up. She definitely sounds like somebody that should be way more famous, well known, I should say, than I guess just Orlando. She should be in.
Yeah,
Did
but
she say she had some national things happening?
Yeah. She worked for Justin Timberlake for a while.
That's who
she was a backup singer for his label. And then there was a production deal was supposed to happen, and they were dragging their feet on it. So she just came down here, joined the Shabooms, and made it happen herself, which is,
Next time we talk to her, remind me of the Justin Timberlake connection. I want to hear about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a local guy too. I mean, do they still hang out? Do they still know each other?
I have no idea.
That's what.
But I mean, he's originally from Tennessee. He lived here when the Transcon thing was going on. Yeah, when they were.
Did he go back to Tennessee?
I think he still lives in Tennessee.
Fatone's still here, right?
No, Joe Fatone stayed. Yeah. He opened up a hot dog stand.
Yep. Actually, it's no longer a hot dog stands now. It's just a food truck.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and it goes around places because I looked up. They called it Fat Ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess. Yeah, his Fatone Fat One. Never mind. All right. All right. Let's.
You want to take a break and we'll do one more?
Let's take a break. I don't know.
Well, he's out of beer.
I'm out of beer. Well, I'm not sure. What time is it, dear? And maybe the next segment be a Dirty Bush show. You guys wrap it up or something because we might have to.
Already going home,
dude. I have some. This is a hangover show for the Just Okay holiday. I'm sorry, Just Okay 8 concert, and I have to be somewhere early in the morning, and I'm trying to be a responsible man, especially since we have kids and shit.
I don't know why you're screaming at me about it. I'm the one who fucking sleeps with her all night long.
Yeah.
Fight.
And you complain about it and keeps me up.
Go lean on a rail.
I love this girl, and I'm going to keep her out of fights as much as I can.
That's what you say.
No more going out.
Oh my God. I don't get into a fight everywhere we go.
That's debatable at this point.
Don't not get into a fight.
If people in the other cars when we're driving could hear you, we would be in a fight before we got out of the neighborhood.
Oh, God.
She hates everybody. I love her so much.
All right, so let's take a quick break, and then it'll be a surprise to everybody who's left on the show.
Nobody,
Including us.
All right, so this is we just talked to Bren. This is Leon the Hustler by Shabooms. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pop Culture Radio.
I liked them all on Spotify.
Between alcohol and crack cocaine, I know it was the 80s was Leon was a family man. A wife and daughter was all that he had. He worked the factory line, working 9 to 5. But after work, he led a different life than he just take me down to the
Life can seem a simple tragedy. 6 for 1 or 2 for 3. Don't divert your eyes when you realize the size. Maximize where I cannot hide. You hate the truth, but you love the lies. Don't look at it on the surface. Tell me, do you think I deserve this? These people way up in the air. Maybe one day I'll be there. I could try if I could dare. So, if you look in my face, I'll be grabbing your waist. Beating inside, I have to rewind just to pick up the pace. Coming back again to take it down from inside. I cannot help but at least I never tried.
I didn't want to interrupt that song, but I have to.
No.
This is Man Daddy, by the way.
I was gonna say this is fucking Man.
Yeah.
Man Daddy and Nick Spry.
Can't you consider just for a minute? This is hell and I am.
What song were they singing?
It's a song called "Clack Your Bones." It's on the original. Pulled the wrong finger. It's the original, the first Corvus Incorporated album.
Okay, all right. Now they were part of the show last night, part of the gig last night.
Yes.
What song did they sing last night?
"Clack Your Bones."
Oh,
That's what I'm
it was
saying,
the same one.
Yeah.
All right. That thing.
Not this song.
It went hard.
They stole the fucking show, man.
Oh, it's a great song, man. I love that song.
Man Daddy, obviously, he's like totally fucking comfortable on stage. You can tell.
He's a performer.
He's been there. He came out in what, a kimono?
Yeah, that's his look.
That's his look. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, spot on. And Nick, I guess he was doing a backup kind of on that song.
This is the song that we did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. This is on the first album, No Walls to Hold You, from Corvus Incorporated, which was Sabrina and Fritz's project during the pandemic.
That's right. That's right. See, I mean, there's so many band names. That's why I just go, it's Dirt's band or Fritz band. You know,
Right,
whatever.
yeah. And I did a bunch of stuff with Corvus as well. We were all kind of just like emailing shit to each other
Yeah.
because we couldn't be in the same studio and shit. And that's how all this became. So.
Deep in the forest primeval.
Yes.
There lived a man, a very lonely man.
Black cats
I love watching Nick. Like, he does stuff with his face. It's
Yeah.
almost like Jim Carrey singing. Or
Yes,
something.
yeah, definitely.
majority lies, painted pictures of wickedness.
And this, what I love about Man Daddy, his voice, like he sings and does all the funk stuff, but then at his core, he's a singer in a metal band that's been around for 32 fucking years. Like he's a legend. But when he does the heavy parts and starts the screaming stuff, and he's one of those guys. I've been a singer for years, and every now and again you get laryngitis, you fuck up your. He's never one time. So he had cancer in the late 80s when he was in college. It was like a lymph gland or something like that. And since that surgery and the radiation, he's never heard his voice. And when you hear what he does, you're like, how do you not?
I saw you point at the neck, so it was obviously in his neck somewhere.
Yeah, you hear this? That scream and everything?
Was he in a band called Gargamel?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
He still is.
They're still around.
Yeah, they've been around since 1992.
I didn't know they were still performing.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
rad.
yeah. Yeah, it was a blast, man. And that song is one of those that's so dynamic that it has so many different tones to it that, you know, when you're practicing that song, you're clicking into different channels for different sounds, and then they're abruptly changing, and yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well, and also
really enjoyed that
Darcy and
song.
Luscious Lisa and everybody came out. How many people did you have for that song? It was like 15
we had
or
3
12?
backup singers, so we had Sabrina, Darcy, and Luscious Lisa they were the 3 in line as the backups, and then we had Man Daddy as the lead singer, and then Nick was doing the harmonies to the lead line, and then the 4 of us in the band. So what is
9.
it? 9 people? Yeah,
It was a
rad.
lot to watch, you know, and
Yeah.
see everybody.
And everybody, even though they're backup singers or doing harmonies or whatever you said, they're all like huge talents in their own right, you know?
Yep.
Luscious Lisa, you know where she's been, and then it's fucking awesome. So
I also enjoyed Break the Window.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was,
Yeah, that's a new song from the new Luscious Lisa album. It's not out yet, but I've been wanting to play that song live ever since they demoed it.
yeah.
Give me something to break the window.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a
Pattern.
yeah, a little bit of a pattern here.
So I'm just gonna play this because I think you guys will get a kick out of this. This was 10 years ago. Gargamel did a cover of a 1980s pop classic by the Go-Go's. And this is him singing it is always, to me, they turned it into a metal song, of course, but check this shit out.
That's awesome.
And then, for some reason, the last couple of years, they've been releasing a cover every now and again. Listen to this shit. Godzilla.
Okay. That's badass. We ever tour with a band named Azrael?
No, I'm trying. Who has a Gargamel tattoo?
For those too young to remember the Smurfs, that's was Gargamel's cat.
Oh my god.
His voice is just so fucking good. Listen to this shit. And I'll wait till it hits the chorus, but. That's fucking great, right?
And they've been, what, 20, you said over 2 decades.
32 years.
3 decades, man.
Yeah.
You know when they're going to stop recording?
Never.
When they finally catch those little blue
When the wheels fall off.
When the wheels fall off. Oh, man.
Excellent.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Excellent job. All right. While we were at break, I think you said there's somebody commenting. You got some questions or something like that?
Oh, you're
Derek
talking
King.
about Derek
he
King,
asked
yeah.
about if anybody watched the Scott Hall documentary.
Okay, so A&E's been doing these biographies like WWE legends. Scott Hall's the guy on my shirt right here.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon. He's the guy that I grew up around him because he was friends with my dad through the gym and everything. I have not watched it yet, but I definitely need to.
Right. Well, you remind me. We'll watch that this week. Let's all watch it this week, and we'll talk about it.
His story's pretty fucked up. So
we've been watching a few things. I think there was one about the NWO. There was that biography up. So yeah, there's a bunch of
Scott Hall was one of the founders of NWO.
Yeah.
It was Hall and Nash. And
a bunch of cool stuff, like going back to like when it was kind of cool. I mean, I guess it's still cool, right? You just don't have the storylines you used to.
It's a little different. I mean, so here, this is where I think wrestling completely changed. Was early 2000s when all of that, all the doping and PED stuff was going down with all sports,
With
basically.
baseball, but baseball, maybe.
So Vince McMahon was supposed to. I guess there was some sort of a either legal thing going on with WWE because obviously a lot of those guys are on steroids, a shit ton of them, and he basically you know what kayfabe is? Kayfabe is like the storyline.
Okay.
It's the make-believe storyline they go with.
Kayfabe.
Not
It's
real
not
life.
real?
But so McMahon basically started having these guys do interviews in real life saying, my character did this, my character did that, because it gave him that legal out to go to say, this is real life, that's the storyline,
Right.
so that you're not involving these wrestlers' characters in these lawsuits and shit like that. And so ever since they sort of like pulled that veil back and like everyone freely talks about the inside of the business and how they choreograph their matches and shit like that, it sort of just changed the way that, that's why you don't have any of the gimmick characters anymore. You used to have like the Undertaker, the Walking Dead man, and then you had a killer clown, and you had fucking Kamala from Uganda.
Yeah, but
and they stopped doing that because they all go by their real names for the most part, or real sounding names.
But the stunts really got really cool there in the early 2000s. Like,
Sure.
Jumping off of things, like 4 stories high and stuff like that. But I think maybe when Owen Hart died, some things changed, too.
That had something to do with it, too.
A lot safer and all that stuff. So, yay for safety. Whatever.
Yay for safety.
Speaking
OSHA
of
approved.
Speaking of safety, I had another question here talking about the chip challenge we did last week.
Yes.
I know this is the after party, the hangover party of Just Okay 8. But speaking of ate, I ate a chip last week. You can go on the YouTube, find it, or Facebook. I have the box here. Comes in a coffin, and I think I told Bushy a little bit about.
So do I occasionally.
He comes in a coffin. That's funny as shit.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm gonna make a coffin bed for us to sleep in.
Then you will too.
Not where I was going with this. But,
Okay. So what were you gonna go with it? I'm curious.
actually, there's a couple pieces left in here.
No.
We sure nobody wants to do this?
No.
No.
I still have.
Not after you told me what happened.
Well,
Why don't
I-
you tell everybody else?
I tell you the whole story.
You told me a lot of it.
Oh, you have another one.
I have 3 more.
I'm gonna do it, just not now.
Yeah.
Well, with my story, I don't know how much of it was the fact that it was super spicy, or the fact that it was 4 years old.
I don't think that it's vacuum sealed and everything. It's a dry good. I don't
Yeah, I
think
can't-
it's like bad. I really don't.
I looked it up, and they don't have expiration dates on them because they're basically sealed, so they don't.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
astronaut food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or RMEs.
no, there is a date on here. 2021, February 1st, 2021. Do
Where-
not eat.
Okay, so it was
Is that what
only
it says?
Three
Where?
3 years.
that little printed thing right there. Best Buy February.
It says Best Buy. It doesn't say expires. It says it's best if you eat it before then, but
So that night, I didn't feel really the greatest. I think I might have stopped by Taco Bell or something just because on my way home, pressure started building.
So you went to Taco Bell?
Yeah,
Even I know that's a bad idea.
Nothing makes sense what I do.
Not whatsoever.
I got home. It wasn't too bad. I burped a lot during the night. I had to get up early, and I'm like, maybe if I go shit, maybe things will feel better. And I will say, I did crap a little bit. Apparently, the spice goes right through you because that shit burned.
yeah, that's it.
It wasn't a lot, but it was enough where like I kept having to like. If I had something really cool, I would have put it on there just to cool it off for a second. But all I had was a wet wipe, a baby wet wipe, and I fucking used it, and it was fine.
Should throw it in the freezer for a few minutes.
So I decided to have a little. I ate some breakfast. I was trying to like calm it down a little bit. My stomach was just like, "Bleh." And you know the baby's getting a little bit more active, so we need to go look at what are those things?
Cribs.
Yeah. And not a lot of places have cribs. I just want to say that's really fucking annoying. But anyway, we decided to go to IKEA. And that's right. And IKEA, they have the Swedish meatballs and stuff. They have a little food court.
We were there for breakfast.
Yeah, if you get there early, this was the weekend the time changed. I'm sorry, I was so focused on the chip and not dying that I totally forgot about the time changing. So we go there at 10 o'clock when they're opening, and normally it's like 9 o'clock, so nobody's there. And we're there early, and they have breakfast. Who knew IKEA had breakfast? Eggs and bacon and scones. And so I'm feeling halfway decent now. I made it to a store. I'm walking around. I'm like, let's fucking eat. I get bacon. I get eggs. The boy's eating. The boy spills his drink on me. It makes me mad.
You spilled a drink as well.
Did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
you spilled the orange juice first.
Well, let's not talk about that. Anyway, so nothing to do with this story.
Only stuff that's other people's fault.
Yeah, thank you. So anyway, we get done eating, and we're like, all right, let's get out of here because they didn't really have much in the way of cribs. And as we're walking out the door, my stomach started going. I feel that.
Oh,
I'm
man.
Like, Jesus Christ! Ugh. What the hell is that? Ugh. I'm like, honey, you need to go to the truck for a second. I need to go to the bathroom.
Why does she have to go to the truck just so you
I
can
had
go
to
the
take the kids with me
Oh.
to the truck
Yeah.
so he could go to the
And
bathroom.
I don't want her anywhere near whatever's going
What
to
was about to happen?
I feel like there's going to be an explosion. You might get caught by the shrapnel.
I wasn't sure what was going down, but I go into that bathroom and I start sweating like a motherfucker. I'm like, do I have to shit or what? And I look at the toilet and then I just fucking vomited like crazy.
Oh.
I vomited and I got all over the toilet seat. I'm like, oh, I gotta clean this up now. So there goes my bacon, my scones, my eggs.
Oh, man.
I start wiping it up, and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, now I have to shit. So I start like, flush. Oh no, I gotta puke. I gotta shit or puke. Which one do I gotta do? I can't do them both. So anyway, I decided to vomit, and I was able to squeeze my butt closed for enough.
Shit or puke's my favorite game.
So anyway, after that, I felt pretty good. I was in there for
So aside from the terrible thing, it was great.
After my body evacuated all of its fluids,
Yeah.
I felt awesome.
After I almost ended up in the hospital.
we went on to a couple other stores. I had to leave IKEA quick.
That's why you sent her to the truck. You're like, you're not going to want to make eye contact with anybody once I come out of that
Like, I'm
bathroom.
about to commit an act of domestic terrorism in the bathroom here.
Start the engine. Get ready.
Just waiting for you like a getaway driver.
But anyway, so if you want to try this less weasel chip there, Smushy, you're more than welcome to. The puke didn't burn, so
Like I said, I'll do it. I'm just not doing it now.
again, there's a bunch of variables. We don't know if it was the IKEA breakfast. Usually, food from a furniture store has got to be good, right? That could have been it. I don't know. It could have been a lot of things, but I say in the near future, maybe we even do it live or something somewhere. You eat a full chip.
What, shit in an IKEA?
On location. March 34th.
Yeah.
We got a bucket ready and a toilet ready.
We're doing a listener meetup. Let's everybody go shit at the IKEA.
Oh, I have a question.
We'll
Off
pregame at
subject.
Taco Bell before, then we'll go shit at IKEA.
We'll see if their toilets can handle us.
Completely off subject. Are
It's
we?
not about shitting or IKEA.
I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding.
Boring.
Can you shut off his mic?
I'm Owen and dirt.
And Owen is mean.
I just
To
like
me.
I just like you screaming Owen in dirt.
Anyways,
Yeah.
completely off subject. March 22nd.
Yes.
Are we going to be there for the movie?
The Ghostbusters movie.
Yes.
I mean, I'm down. What day of the week is that? Is it Friday? It
Friday.
opens? Okay.
It probably comes out Thursday night, right?
Probably at midnight. Are we gonna go to a midnight? Is
no.
everybody awake?
Shut
You
up.
probably have work, and I bet you Dirt has work.
Probably, yeah.
If I could get
So-
a 4-hour nap, I'm up at midnight, no problem.
Eh.
I don't know. Let's talk about it a little bit later. But the new movie, the new Ghostbusters movie, looks great. So it looks fun.
I just figured I'd mention
Yes.
to the other part of our crew
Yeah.
if we were going to do something together there.
Yeah, we definitely should. I think if we're gonna do it, like we should all get together and go.
You wanted to mention a question?
Yeah, to see what their response. Fuck you and the horse you fucking think you rode in on.
Owen and Dirt.
Hey, you know what? The Owen part, but the Dirt part, he's kind of a local celebrity now.
No.
I just have to say I'm a better planner
We'll fake
than
it
this
till we
one.
make it.
I want to. Yeah, I definitely want to see the movie for sure.
All right.
It was funny because Zach, my buddy Zach, came by today and we were talking, and he was like, "I'm kind of surprised you guys don't have merch." And I'm like, "I don't think we're quite there yet. I mean, I would love to say we are, but then we started talking, and we came to the conclusion that we could do merch, but we just have to do one shirt and charge $450 for it. So I don't know if that'll work, but I mean, hey, if anybody wants to pay $450 for a shirt, send us your size.
Does he want a shirt?
Because we got to make sure to make it the right size, or it's really going to be fucked up.
I'll put together a merch store like I had for Ballbusters. But let me tell you, just so you know, we had a boxer shorts with Liz's picture on the fly that you could buy.
Oh,
yeah,
the dick
so
would come out of her mouth.
yeah, we could do all kinds of weird shit with our pictures
God.
on the merch.
We
Why
need
do I feel like
pencils.
my picture's gonna be on there?
Oh,
Now Owen just wants boxers with your face on it.
Gonzo.
No more Packy chips once you get those, though.
I might try one again. Can we get one that's like made like before the expiration
They
date?
discontinued them now. They don't do it anymore.
Too many people were shitting in IKEAs.
IKEA called up Packy and said, "Hey, come on, can you do me a solid and get rid of this chip?
That's funny.
We're trying to sell fucking meatballs over here, and you got our people shitting all over the place."
We're trying to sell bacon and baby cribs. Give us a break.
All right. Hey, dear. How you doing, baby? You ready to go snuggle at home?
Snuggle, you don't even snuggle with me, and you leave halfway through the night.
Hey,
Maybe not even halfway, like 2 hours after falling asleep.
my back hurts. I gotta get up and do stuff.
No, literally, like I'll wake up and he's nowhere to be
wish
found.
I didn't ask her that.
I'm like, here we go.
It's too late in the show, man. Bring this up next week when Bushy East.
Or don't. Oh, in the dirt!
All right. Hey, Just Okay 8 was a fucking success from my point of view.
It was awesome. I loved it. Everybody did
I
great.
had so much fun. I really did.
But again, my point of view is the only thing that matters. Oh, in the dirt! I'm just kidding, kids. You guys are awesome. I love you both. You're beautiful. Thank you for opening the show, dear.
You're welcome.
Bushy, thank you for sitting there.
Mwah.
And Dirt, you're the one that actually has the talent here, and you're awesome. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. You don't need to hear that from me. But as a friend, I think it's fucking awesome where you've gone to, and the fact that like Bushy said, you can look up there, you can see you and your brother playing on stage in front of a crowd like that in Orlando, your hometown boys, more or less.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see where you guys keep going. You know.
Well, I mean, who knows, man? It's I mean, like I said, I'm at least I can say for myself, I'm past the point of like, chasing like tours and stuff like that. I just want to do stuff that's fun. Like if it's a fun event, I want to do it. That's basically why we do Fringe. It's like, you get to do the same show for a week straight. Like, and it's, in that show, it's like, we're literally physically fucking with people, like, for an hour. It's great.
Did you see the woman that was next to me? Or I was like, can I get up next to you? This was when the twerk song came on.
Oh, yeah.
And the old woman throws the phone to her girlfriend.
And it hits her right in the
smashes
eye?
her right in the fucking face.
that was
I was
pretty
like,
funny.
oh my God, I feel so bad. She was like, she hit me in the face. I said, I'm sorry.
I
She
turned
does
around.
have empathy.
What's funny is when she
are
threw
human.
the lady standing right next to me, she throws the phone like a frisbee, and her friend is like, and these are women in their like probably 60s, I would say, and the lady's got her hands straight out like this, like
Hits her right in the face.
like a kid catching a football for the first time, and the shit just yeets right in the eye, like wham, right in her eye, and then she just goes, oh, and the phone falls between the barricade and the stage. So I like one of the guys just handed it back to her, and I just looked at the lady who threw it, and I go, what the fuck are you doing?
They argued in their Subaru back home.
I seen a Judge Judy court case the other day. It was almost that exact same story. They sued her for throwing a phone and hitting her in the face.
Dude, speaking of Judge Judy, I don't know if it's like I didn't really pay
It's a
attention.
commercial.
It is a commercial?
It is a commercial. Judge Beauty.
Judge Beauty.
For Elf, which is a product that's only
okay.
costing $14.99.
Disregard that last few seconds.
No problem, because I have no clue what the fuck y'all are talking about.
It's a commercial.
I was
on Hulu.
watching TV the other day, and I was dealing with the kids and her and all this shit. And
You
Judge
have to deal
Judy,
with me.
in a great way. Judge Judy's on the TV, and she's like, "This court's in session. I'm Judge Beauty or something." And she's like, "I find you guilty of being ugly or something."
No, I find you guilty of paying too much for beauty products.
You're ugly.
I find you guilty
no.
of being ugly.
Anyway, so I just didn't realize.
I was going to say on my tombstone.
I didn't know if it was something new Judy had going on, but yeah, I call her Judy just because Judge is too many words.
You're cool like that.
But anyway, all right, that's enough of that. All right, Just Okay 8 was great. There's a lot on his plate.
And I thought Bushy was the rapper in the group.
Yeah, no, I'm giving up my crown.
Don't get down. Keep that crown. It's going to go around all on the ground.
Just
I don't
stop
know.
while you're
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm like- so this
I'm
is,
going to say that's 6 in a row almost. That was pretty good.
this is why I leave all the talented stuff up to my co-host here. He sings, he dances.
I don't dance.
You did a little dance up there.
That was called twerking with an old lady and a Latino guy because it was funny.
You're riding a dude
I've got video.
and an old lady who's humping your bag. I loved
that's
it.
true. Yeah,
I loved every bit of it.
I'm not sure anybody-
I don't know if the old lady was holding on to him for stability while she was twerking.
It did look like that.
Or if she was like trying to twerk up against him.
It felt to me like it was like she was forcing me onto this guy's cock is what it felt like. It felt like she was grabbing my shoulders and going, "Ride that dick, boy, ride that dick." Like like that's what it felt like.
Well, I mean, he was underneath you going, huh, huh,
Yeah, he was
huh.
like backwards crab walking, like thrusting his dick up under my kilt. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? After reviewing those pictures, I think you guys are dating.
I've got video. I've got video
might
of the
be
whole
married.
thing.
Oh yeah,
I zoomed in on all that.
His boots were nice, I have to say.
I got to see that.
But all right.
Oh, there's so much about that show that I don't remember. But I mean, and that it happens so fast. Like that hour set, all you're thinking about is staying on schedule and what key this song's in and what key that song's in and making sure you got all your shit straight. So by the time it's over with, it's like it comes and goes like that.
Yeah.
But then when you watch the video back and you're like, yeah, so much weird ass shit.
Well, so far for me, that's 2 years in a row you took something up the skirt. So.
Oh, that's true. Wasn't quite a sparkle
Wasn't
cannon.
sparks
but-
this time.
yeah.
A cold spark cannon.
Yeah, you didn't have any pyro this time.
No, that's the I mean, I
It
guess
was
that's a good
because
thing.
it went up his ass last time.
You know what you
That's
did
not
have?
why.
You had a lot of lighters going off during the Barbie song. That was pretty cool. And there
Oh,
was
yeah.
some other song people started holding their lighters
That
up.
was
Kiss
the
from a Rose.
end. They were like,
Kiss
"Oh,
from a
use your
Rose.
flashlights. Use your flashlights." And I'm sorry, but I'm not taking out my fucking phone. Lighter is right there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I kept blowing it out. Oh.
Eh.
And she get mad and want to fight me. And I'm like, you like me. Yeah. Calm down.
Oh man.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Anyway, that's all I got. So
All right. Well, we'll take a break and then we'll come back and me and Bush will wrap it up here.
Are we doing another one?
Do you want to do another one or no?
I'm pretty tired.
Okay, all right. We can wrap it up. Yeah.
I'm already thinking about food.
this is called the Just Okay Hangover Party for a reason.
yeah. I mean, I didn't do rap or cap or nothing. They're leaving. I'm just. I mean, unless you had somebody calling in.
No, I don't.
okay.
I don't have anybody else.
I was gonna say if you had somebody calling in, I'll come back. We can do the call. But I'm tired.
Are you having another Just Okay this year?
No.
No, it's
No,
gonna be
it'll be
next
next March. It's going to move to the St. Patty's Day weekend now from now on.
from now on.
Yeah.
Is there anything else kicking around?
Fringe Festival's coming up in May.
Just Fringe.
And then after that, I don't know. I mean, when this year started, I had like Fritz's wedding. We had Just Okay and Fringe all on deck at the same time. So I've been like rehearsing for all of that shit. So once the end of May happens, I'll finally have a free schedule. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to at this point because it's like Fringe is a play. So it's like there's lines involved, there's timing, there's stage spots you have to hit. Because when you do it at Fringe, it's a full stage show.
Yeah.
It's not like the one you guys saw in Melbourne.
Oh, it's going to be extended? Or
No,
bigger?
it's well, there's more acting in the full play.
All right.
That was the one we do for a rock club audience. You know,
Okay.
we sort of make it more music. I mean, all the songs are still going to be there, but you're going to have extended acting scenes. There's more gags in it, and it'll take place in an actual performing arts theater instead of a concert
Nice.
setting. So
Nice.
But so we had changed some jokes and changed some things up, and actually all the music that you guys saw. When you saw us, that was the original lyrics to those songs.
Okay.
The play, the lyrics are all different. It's the same songs, but they're parody lyrics. So,
Are we going to have any Danny or back or whatever? Are we got T-shirts?
yeah. Yeah. Evan keeps bringing that up. Actually, I'll see them tomorrow night, so I'll talk to them about
All
that.
right. 2XL for me, 3XL for him. I'll buy them.
4XL now.
Four really?
Yeah, this is a 4.
All right, and then like a medium for her.
Medium, okay.
And buy one for yourself. I'll put it on the tab. You know? I love you, man. I appreciate you letting me be a part of this world of yours.
Oh, man.
Because a lot of time, that's another thing that I noticed last night. It was like it was you and your brother, but it was all of your friends also. And,
Oh, yeah.
and people you've come to know and become friends. And it's kind of like an Adam Sandler thing. He has all the same characters with him all the time.
Yeah,
And
we're like a
that's-
revolving cast of players that just kind of go around and yeah.
And I feel like I'm sort of like on the outside looking in on this stuff. And no.
Yeah.
You've allowed me to because I don't have the talent y'all have, and I'm a part of it in a way where I really shouldn't be. But I appreciate what you've done for me, and I don't know. I just
Well, I mean,
you guys are
yeah, you've been doing shit like this since the beginning. I mean, you did try to be our manager for a while. You ran our website. I mean, you've been doing your own thing with the spook hunters and all that stuff. I mean,
there's no talent to that. Not on music talent.
you don't
I
think so?
He's just apologizing for me. He just doesn't know it.
Me and Bushy are the same way, except Bushy has a little bit more talent. He just doesn't. He doesn't understand that yet.
No, I was saying to Owen that it would be nice to be involved some way, whether it was lighting, sound, or managing.
You said that to me?
I said that to you last night. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I remember.
And you said, well, isn't that something you like to do? And I was like, yeah, technically I went to school
so
for
was
it.
my idea. So, baby,
You'll have to be involved in the next movie that we do.
I love messing with you.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I love messing with you.
I don't know what Evan's planning
get
on
home.
doing next for his movie, but somebody's probably going to get fucked in their butthole neck.
I just want to do the back stuff. Like, I'll do
lighting
costumes,
and
I'll do
costume,
lighting, I'll do all that.
Oh, the backstage stuff.
I'll take it in the butt. Let's go. It's
All right.
Fringe.
Let's redo Snooze. The
Yeah.
Snooze.
Yeah, except for he'll be the snooze this time.
Exactly.
Or do you want to be the Caesar part?
Whatever. Any part y'all need.
His snooze is behind. It's right here behind. He
My
lifts up his
uvula.
beard, and it's right there in his throat.
Yeah, these are all just pubes.
Anyway,
That's why he's got the
beard.
beard, is to hide the vagina in his neck.
Yep. Little did you know.
It's like, are you fucking that guy in his tracheotomy hole? It's like, no, you got to see this.
It's a vagiotomy hole.
I don't understand why my mom doesn't like the show. Beyond me, I don't get it.
I mean, Renee
Some people
stopped
just have
watching
no
a
sense
little
of
bit.
humor.
Just wholesome. I mean, wholesome as wholesome can be.
There's a hole in your neck.
Like apple pie, but bondage.
That's the tagline on their next video.
It was like apple pie if you were eating it through the zipper hole in a leather mask.
It's like apple pie, but human centipede.
It's a little messy, but it tastes good.
I don't think you've seen Human Centipede.
Yeah, I don't think you have either.
I know what that's about.
Yeah,
In
what's it about?
I don't think it'll work.
Oh, it worked. It worked for like 3 movies.
I mean, in
I
practication.
recommended that movie to somebody when it first came out, and they called me very angry. The
Yeah,
next day.
I've actually never seen it. I heard the premise and I was like,
That's all I need to hear.
yeah, good enough.
Oh God, it's so bad. I mean, it's just creepy and revolting.
There's no way to make that not creepy and revolting. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yes, there is. South Park did it.
it's still creepy.
They had the Human Scent iPad.
Yep.
And it was Apple's new product. It was an iPad that was hooked to 3 people whose assholes and
remember
mouths
that,
were sewed
yeah.
together. I remember Cartman's line in that. He's like, "This is the best iPad ever." He's like, "It has, I can play games on it, and it shits in Kyle's mouth."
On that note,
Love you, Mom.
I've got 2 kids watched by my elderly grandmother
They
at home.
killed Kenny.
I'm looking up a Gargamel song to close the show with, and there's 2 titles here that I really want to say, and I got to pick between one or the other. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to go with this one because the title's funnier. This song is called Dr. Ripper, OBGYN.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Well, would you rather have me
My-
play the other one? It's called Pussy Teeth.
No.
Yeah. I mean, no.
My vagina's starting already.
Okay, well, maybe it's because your pussy teeth ache.
Got to pull one.
Worst gingivitis ever.
This is Gargamel from, oh man, this is Fields of Happy, I think is the album. So this had to be like 01 or 2.
Pussy, pussy teeth! Pussy teeth!
You've been listening to Pop Culture Radio. We'll see you next week.
Pop Culture Radio has been a Weird Reporter production.